Are you ready, guys? So let's start. Hello, everyone. My name is Max Steven Sanchez, and I'm here with you to talk about the main topic, or the social media and the use of social media in children, our teenagers. So, um, hello, guys. How are you? Hello, Diego. How are you?
Hi, Max. I'm okay, thank you.
Okay. Ruth, how are you today?
Hello, hello, partner. It's pleasure to share with you.
Okay. And Jesus, what about you?
Hello there. I'm pretty good. And you? How are you today? How are you today?
Good, good. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's talk about the our topic. So the social media. Well, I think the social media is a powerful tool for commerce, for other activities. So it's important. It's a very important tool, and for fun, just for fun too. So we can use the social media for fun, for talk to friends or family. So is a important tool in our lives, right? Every time we use them, so this tool is for us, is for adults and for many use. So for children, I'm not sure. So for children is a dangerous tool, and we can see the dangers of the social media and his use for children, like a rape, like a thief, like so many dangers in that networks and that social media. So for me, we can use another important elements or other virtual tools for children, specifically for children. Is better, is less dangerous, and so for me is is very important. Show them, show them to children, to our children, the the important to make good use for these tools, right? So, what do you think, guys, about the
Yeah,
social media and the children's?
as you said, social media is especially for having fun, But
Yes,
I think that social media could be used for study purposes because, for example, we
yes,
have YouTube is a platform that offer entertainment, but at the same time you can find tutorials to study about math, about English, about whatever topic you want. And the using children, I think that it is possible, but as a father, you have to control that use of that
yes,
social media because we are in an area where technology, social media is very important, and avoid that with
yes,
children
very
is a
important.
kind of difficult. But I think that it is
Yes,
possible. But you, as a father, have to administrate the time that the children have in social media, uh, with who they tag, with who they share photos, for example, as you said, that is very dangerous. But yeah,
yes,
that's
yes,
it. As a father, you need to have or spend time with your children if you have to. They avoid the use of social media.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's it. That's what I think about social media.
yes. It's very important. Could be uh, or or stay with the children when he use social media. So, Ruth, what do you think about this topic?
Okay, okay. I consider The social network are a parallel world to our real life in a virtual way. So the role of parents is of care for accompanying their children and they use the social network is a transparent way where
Yes, yes,
communication is essential to educate them in the correct use of the same. The consequence they lead such as cyberbullying, sexual
yes,
harassment, the
yes,
relationship with strengths, right and handling of privacy. Thank you, account that the role of parents isn't to control, okay,
yes.
but to take care of
I totally
proceed
agree.
in the next work, okay, in the part of the children. They should be clearly and precisely about the importance of protect their data online.
Yes, it's very important be with our child. So, what do you think, Jesus?
Okay, from my point of view, I think that social media is part of our life. We
Yes,
live with social media, we live
it's a
with
fact.
technology.
Yes,
So I think that we must learn how to use it and even to teach our children, our kids, our teenagers how to use it, how to give to the social media a good use because sometimes we label like an enemy, but maybe good a good ally in our life because social media could be help for communication, for example. In nowadays, with the situation that we are living worldwide, social media could be a good tool for children to communicate with his friends that they can go to meet in a place in a school like before. Now they have to do it in through my camera through a screen. So I think that social media is good even for children, but we must be with them when they use it because there are many dangers in many
yes,
risks on the web. So I think that is good. But if we protect and if we
yes,
help to get a good use.
yes, right. We all agree in the social media there is a very risk for our child, right? So, Diego tells about an important topic too. So, social media focuses on teach or academic purposes, right? And in this way, what can you say of the teacher role in the social media for children? What is here her or his role in this topic? It's important, it's not important, or what can you say for the teacher role in this topic, Diego?
Um, well, I think that the role of the teacher here is very important because children, of course, have uh, the school is a kind of second family for the children,
Yes,
and the teacher is the person who spends more time with children, and because of
right.
that, the role of the teacher is explain the advantages and disadvantages with social media. As I told you,
Yes,
the teacher social media could be used for study purposes, and that is how the teacher can use social media with the students. The teacher can explain why it's dangerous, how to
yes,
situations, and yeah, that's it.
yes,
I think that that's the role of the teacher.
yes. Very important. You're right. You you talk about the importance. The teacher spend more time with the children than even the fathers.
Yeah,
So
you're
it's
right.
Yes,
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 it's right.
yes.
So what do you think, Ruth?
Well, the teachers play a very important role in the process of awareness and orientation in the correct use of social networks, where
Right.
through pleasant talks, impossible to instruct children and young people of school age in the proper management of social network, teaching them what aspect they should about sharing a content with their sexual orientation and behavior, political and religious preference, taking out a
Right.
content that they know the viral effect of the internet, where a comment
Yes.
or opinion of a possible or negative nature is quickly transmitted by social network and will soon reach various cities, including in the circle of people close to you, while know in the path will have in the future is very important.
Yeah, you're right. So, what do you think, Jesus?
Okay, I think that social media could be good for studies. As I told you before, social media is now an ally in our for students and for teachers because,
Right.
for example, there are different kinds of social media. Uh, Now we have to be digital teachers. We have to learn. We have to learn how to use technology because this is already part of our lives. And maybe from now on, we are going to have to use technology in our classes, and even the students are also are going to do it. So I think that we must educate to our students how to use the technology and the social media in a good way, in
Yes.
to talk to them. This is the advantage. There are many advantages, but hey, be careful. We have also many disadvantages. We have to be careful with different things. We can find different persons, different people from different countries that could hurt to us. So we must be careful with that. So I think that the role of teachers is going to change now on. So we must add to this, and we must to take that into account, and even to teach also the good use of technology in our
Exactly.
students.
But
Like, yes.
more than the use of technology, I think the use of social media, because technology, you don't, I think, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I think that with technology you don't have a risk at all. With, for example, if you use a PowerPoint is a part of technology, and with that you don't have risks. But it's
Yes.
like, especially you need to be careful with social media. I think so.
Yes.
Yes,
Is
Yes.
that
the
that, that was
okay.
that was a meaning. You're right.
Oh,
Perfect.
yes.
So we all agree with the social media can be used for study purposes, right?
Yeah.
Yes, social
Okay.
media can be used for study purposes, academic purposes. So, in review partners and this topic, we can say is good or bad the use of social media for a child, for teenagers. What do you say?
Mm, I think it's good. As I told you, we are in a new area, in a new era where technology and social media, as Jesus said, is in our lives. And because of that, we can avoid the use of it. Just like what we have to do is be careful with that. Especially
Yes.
teach the role of the teacher or parent is teach teenagers or children how to use it. Is that is not bad, but you have to control how they use it. Is, for example, I
Yes.
have a niece, and unfortunately my daughter, she used to my niece have 1 year, is 1 year old, and my daughter used to put them things that is like, come on, this is not for their age. It's like, in that way
Right.
parents are not being careful with what they do with social media and their children. It's like, just be careful with what you give to your children, with what you let them check out on internet. And yeah, that's it. It's like, be careful all the time with the children, but I think it's good, the use of social media.
right, partner. I am father too, and I can spend all time with them. So I try to uh, uh, know what they do with the internet, what they see, are what they hear. For me, it's important to be part of the education in this part, and how they use the social media. So I think the social media is good, right? It's good. The question is how they use this social media for good purposes, and is basically the most important in this topic, right? So, Ruth, can you or do you want to say something?
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, of course, of course. The advance of technology complement the learning process of children. The use of video, images, photographies, and text constitute a means of communication. This allow access to important information centers that make contribution and the level of learning. At
Yes.
the same time, the control of these platforms will prepare children for the future science. The use of them would remain in relation to the labor professional and change. Digital communication, these technological networks have become a tool that allows learning collaborative and involves space for the change on information that foster cooperation. We show the importance and speed that social networks are taking the educational process.
Yeah, you're right. And what about you, Jesus?
I think that yes, social media could be used and useful for education. Um, if we see now, for example, social networks like WhatsApp are really important for students and for teachers.
Right.
Is a
In,
really well a really
in this
important way for
moment are very important. Yes, it's the most
Yes,
important
yes,
for go on with our lives. Right.
in that. Yes,
yes,
we can use it, but uh, I think that we also have to teach to our students how to use it, because if we let to the parents to they teach to their children to teach to them how to use it, they won't do it. Parents only their children, hey, use your smartphone, use the internet, and I don't care. Sometimes, most of the cases, for example, in your case, you are you are pending, you check your kids what they doing on the web, but not all the parents do it. So I think that we can give and use to social networks in education, but we also have to be careful with that, and we also have to guide and have to help to our students to get a good use to that. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I think I disagree with you because parents can teach to children how to learn something. But yeah, as you said, parents all the time let the teenagers or children do whatever they want on internet, on in social media. But
Yes.
as a teacher, you can have meetings with parents and teach them how to teach their children. It's like
Yes. Yes.
parents can would be teachers too in at home. As I told you, for example, when you have a baby, you can start teaching them with YouTube, for example, the numbers, the letters, the alphabet, whatever. And in that way, as a parent, you could be a teacher too you know
Yes.
um
okay. It's
Yeah,
Right.
it's
maths.
important.
sometimes,
It's important.
guys, but sometimes parents don't do. So, for example, in your case, and in Max case, you do it. You teach your children, but not in all the cases. It's a shame, but in not in all the cases, on most of the cases, uh, teachers
Yeah.
have to be given
Yes.
as a parent for the students. It's a shame, but
Yes.
it's the real. It's the real situation in Colombia and even in the world.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
It's a
you're
Indeed,
fact.
right.
There's
educational
That
supplement.
is a fact.
Yes.
That is a fact. That
Uh,
is a fact. But as a teacher, you can have meetings with the partners of students and teach them and let them know that they can be teachers too. You know what I mean? As you said, is right. I agree totally with you. It's a fact here in Colombia.
yes.
But as a teacher,
This
you
is
can
fact.
change that. You know?
Yes, this is a
uh,
fact.
but
There's
well
a
used,
upper.
use it. It's very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a fact that there's a bad parents or
Yes.
bad teachers, but it's a fact, right? But we we can we can teach like future professionals how to use the this social media for good purposes. So right, this is all, partners. I think. Thank you guys for this discussion. For me, it was a very very important. I learned a lot of you. Thank you guys, and this is the purpose of the the UNAD and the discourse. Yes.
Okay.
So
Yes. Yes.
yes.
Of
See you
course.
next time. Bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
Bye,
guys. Bye bye.
guys. See
Care.
you
Bye
Bye.
bye.
later.